A lot of people in MAGA are saying, we didn't vote for this. And what I have to say to that is you absolutely voted for this. You had a convicted felon at the top of the ticket who said he was going to institute a policy of tariffs. He said he was going to have Elon Musk basically be his co-president. Kamala Harris beat the drum over and over. This will be a recession. This will be a recession. It will be a recession by mid next year. The only thing she was wrong about was the speed at which Trump and Musk could wreck the economy. But I want to remind everybody, here's a headline from the Midas Touch. October 28th, 2024, Trump ally Elon Musk warns of necessary economic collapse if Trump elected. It was there the whole time. You're too intellectually lazy and like to freebase Fox News to have stopped and paid attention, because now the entire United States of America will never be trusted. We are not a trusted ally, and global markets are tanking worldwide because of these stupid egomaniac men.
Well, Trump is out for retribution, and he started off by wrecking the economy, wrecking government agencies, undermining the judiciary. But no, the United States is no longer a good trade partner for Europe and around the globe, because they suck so bad, because Trump has imploded the economy on purpose.
Well, and I read an article this weekend that a lot of his aides were saying Trump doesn't give a fuck anymore.
Right.
And one of the things you vote for, if you're a voter, is security. And that's economic security, national security, just the security of your communities. This man doesn't give a shit. And all of these billionaires that were so short-sighted, and we talked about it at the time, they just had to race to the inauguration and they had to sit there and chit-chat with each other. They're all losing money because they trusted these dipshits. And now Elon Musk is engaging in a bit of revisionist history, and he's breaking with Trump, and I think Trump has already broken up with him. But remember, everybody in Europe hates Musk now. They want nothing to do with a Nazi. They have called him a Nazi. He does Nazi stuff. He does Nazi salutes. And now he's trying to suck back up to Europe. Here he is in this video.
I hope that I hope that the United States and Europe can establish a very close partnership. We obviously are, there's an alliance already, but I'm hopeful that there can be a very close relationship with America and Europe. And I'm hopeful, for example, with the tariffs, that at the end of the day, I hope it is agreed that both Europe and the United States should move, ideally, in my view, to a zero tariff situation, effectively creating a free trade zone between Europe and North America.
Okay. All right. Talk about a whipped puppy. I mean, that is just a man who has just been hammered, and he can't handle it. He wanted to play on the big stage. Europe hates him. His cars are considered Nazi propaganda now, especially in Europe. And now he's sucking up to Europe, breaking with Trump on tariffs. I mean, come on.
The breakup is coming, and I think it's so delicious. But Elon Musk, he's so poorly spoken. He's so just goofy, the way he has that whole background, and he's real slow talking. I mean, I don't know what's going on with him. I do know this. I find it interesting that he and Trump are on opposite sides of this, because in my opinion, Elon Musk controls Trump. So what does all this mean? I'm reading into the backstory. What's going on here?
I think the breakup has happened. I mean, I think it has happened. I think now we're going to see the trickling out. We already know that Musk cheats on video games, and he has a bunch of burner accounts. They're going to start tattling on each other, and we're going to sit here and watch it all play out. These two men, I think the breakup has already happened. Musk was not at Mar-a-Lago. He doesn't appear to be bunking at the White House anymore. He's publicly breaking with this tariff policy. And Trump, the one thing that's important to him is loyalty. That is the number one thing. You have to be loyal to me and all of my harebrained ideas. And for him to get on Twitter and say that he wants free trade between Europe and the United States is a big break from the Peter Thiels and the J.D. Vances and the Signal chat where they were like, oh, yeah, I hate doing Europe a favor. This is a huge break. I think the breakup has already taken place. And here's more evidence to that. We have Peter Navarro, who is the biggest Trump moron sycophant on the planet. And here he is insulting Elon Musk on Fox over the weekend.
Musk at the beginning talk about a zero tariff zone with Europe. He doesn't understand that. And the thing that's, I think, important about Elon to understand, he sells cars. That's what he does.
I think he's broken up. Navarro, they know what they're messaging, and they're going after Elon. Now they're calling him a car salesman. And Elon is not going to be able to handle this. And he has one of the world's largest megaphones. And he is going to have burner accounts, and he's going to start selling Trump down the river. And we're going to sit here and watch it. But sadly, as we're doing all of this, these morons have wrecked the global economy. And this could be fixed if Congress had a spine, if all of these billionaires got together and went to Congress and said, we screwed up, we bet on the wrong horse, we need to save this country, we need to save the global economies, we fucked up. But they, of course, they won't do it. But now Musk is firing back at Peter Navarro on Twitter. Look at this. So here's Peter Navarro explaining about tariffs and whatnot. And Elon Musk responds on Twitter, a PhD in economics from Harvard is a bad thing, not a good thing. Results in the ego/brains is greater than one problem. So here he is going after Navarro in this tweet. Here's another tweet where somebody in the right-wing moron sphere says, in every disaster throughout American history, there always seems to be a man from Harvard in the middle of it. And Elon Musk responds, yep. And so I think that this breakup with Trump and Musk has already happened. You haven't seen them together. And I think we're like 9 days or so. He was not at on Marine One. He was not at Mar-a-Lago. I think that ship has sailed, in my opinion.
Well, Trump loves somebody to be more hated than he is. And absolutely, Elon Musk is the most hated man in the world, along with being the richest. I just find it hard to believe that Musk is going to allow his little toy that he bought for $300 million to get away so cheap. So I'm with you. I hope we see lots and lots of burner accounts and the mutually assured destruction happens right before our eyes.
Okay, and back to Peter Navarro. Here's the thing about Peter Navarro, and here's the thing about all people in MAGA. They cannot win or say anything on their own merit. There's always fuckery, tomfoolery, and shenanigans. And Peter Navarro, I want to remind you, was in prison, went straight to the RNC, and now he's one of Trump's top advisors. Listen to this clip about Peter Navarro's expert that he quotes all the time.
In all of his books, Peter Navarro has cited an economics expert to justify his views. And the economics expert he cites is somebody named Ron Vara, V-A-R-A, Ron Vara. When Trump won the presidency and entered the White House, this Ron Vara started circulating a memo around Washington in support of Trump using tariffs in trade policy. According to the New York Times, the memo had been, quote, sent from an email address purportedly belonging to Ron Vara. At one point, Ron Vara wrote in the memo that Trump could, quote, ride the tariffs to victory. The problem is Ron Vara doesn't exist. He never has. The economics expert that Peter Navarro has long cited to explain why he's so gung-ho on tariffs, this person, Ron Vara, is a made-up person. He is a fictional person. Peter Navarro invented Ron Vara as his expert source so he could quote this expert source over and over and over again in his.
So here you have, I mean, this is at the epicenter of all of MAGA. You know, Musk has these burner accounts. He pays people to play video games for him. Trump, famously, when he lived in New York, would call and impersonate an alter ego to try to get himself on the sexiest man alive list. And he would call journalists and make up rumors about him having affairs on his wife to make him seem like this playboy. This is what all these guys do. They're cheaters. And this is what's so tragic about the whole thing. These con men Total con men. Millions of dumbass Americans went and voted for these morons because they think that these dumbasses were somehow going to make them rich. And instead, the only people that are going to get rich here is the Trump family and probably Vladimir Putin. Beyond that, I have no idea because Elon Musk sure hasn't won any money.
No, he's gone. Well, he's awarding himself all the contracts, but he's lost gazillions of dollars. Here's the deal about Peter Navarro and the whole group of them. Trump's always like, oh, everybody thinks that. They just have these mythical creatures in their mind. Peter Navarro is he went to jail for Trump. So they're in bed together as deep as it gets. But it's just amazing to me that they refuse to deal in facts and expertise. So they make shit up to validate themselves.
Speaking of making shit up, here's Trump on Air Force One.
The tariffs that I've already instituted, they're already in place. Now, what's going to happen with the market, I can't tell you, but I can tell you our country has gotten a lot stronger. And eventually, it'll be a country like no other. It'll be the most dominant country economically in the world, which is what it should be.
Is there a Trump put them, or is there a mark?
I mean, this is just lies eventually. I mean, here's the deal. His fat ass is not a spring chicken. And he has wrecked the U.S. economy for sport or for Putin or for, a few weirdo oligarchs in Silicon Valley that want to wreck democracy. And I want to remind everybody that all of this could be stopped. It could all be stopped today in Congress if there were any Republicans that claim to be big Jesus guys, if they could, for once, value collectivism over individuality, then maybe they could go in and impeach Trump today. There's no question this chaos is not going to end until he is removed from office. I wish that the remaining billionaires and millionaires that had any modicum of decency or morals would band together, go to Congress, get these Republicans on board. This is insanity. This is going to cause deaths. This is going to take decades to overcome. This is an forced error, an intentional error by a man who said he was going to do this. So I don't have any empathy for triple Trumpers. I know you're all looking at your 401ks today. So sad. Guess what? You knew this was coming. And if you say you didn't know, then you're a dumbass and you need to quit watching Fox News.
I want to remind everybody that Trump is a bad businessman. He is not a good businessman. Every business he's ever run has either gone into bankruptcy, had fraud complaints, settled lawsuits. He is not a good businessman. He inherited the best economy in the world, and he has wrecked it because he is a dipshit above all else.
Pumps is spot on with that. I mean, he is a terrible businessman. Terrible. He inherited $400 million from his dad, squandered it. He inherited a booming economy that was the envy of the world. In 75 days, has completely ruined it. But I want to check in on some of these triple Trumpers. Let's check in on the Circle Jerk family that posted this embarrassing video that we should keep alive and get the identity of every single one of these people and never let this disappear from the internet. Look at this ridiculous, embarrassing display of an American family. Literally circle jerking. The whole family, all ages, doing the circle jerk, doing golf swings, you embarrassing pieces of shit. It's just horrific. Of course, they're all white.
Of course, they're all white. I wonder how much money they've lost.
This is the worst. This family is why people hate America and hate Americans. These fuckers exemplify everything that is wrong with white privileged culture in America. Fuck every single one of these fucking assholes. I mean, seriously, fuck everybody that voted for Trump. Fuck you guys. You knew better. There was information out there. You're too racist. You're too homophobic. You're too lazy. Guess what? Who didn't wreck the economy? Trans person, a gay person, a black person. White fuckers like this ruined our country, and it is just disgraceful. All right. We're on our way to 1 million subs. Subscribe, and we'll see you all later.